This is Danica Film for ESBR Boxing in Manchester with the final press conference for Lawrence Okolie versus David Light. It's a pleasure to be joined by Johnny Nelson. Johnny, been a hard year for Lawrence Okolie, not in the ring, but ups and downs in terms of promotional, management, what have you, but back in the ring. How excited are you for the fight?
You know what, I'm actually glad to see him back in the mix again. I've seen it so many times in the fight game where fighters spend so much time outside the ring fighting legal battles where their talent is going stale. Lawrence has now got himself back into position. It's been a year out where he could have had 2 or 3 fights that brought him on because this guy will get so much better, but now he's back in the mix, so that's that side. Now he's got to try and get out on the street 4 times a year, and he's in a great position to develop as a fighter where people can actually get used to him. He can express or show what he's learned alongside Sugar Hill and what he's seen alongside Tyson Fury. So now's the time. Now we want to look forward in regards to it.
He's in there against David Light, a mandatory challenger for that WWE World Title. Safe to say a bit of an unknown quantity over these shows. Are you expecting Lawrence to win that?
I expect Lawrence to stop him. David Light's short to fight, holds his guard pretty low. He stands in range to be hit. Lawrence is not the kind of guy you want to be stood in range to get hit by. Lawrence is rangy, he's tall, he's powerful, he's unorthodox, and so I'd be very surprised if this fight went the distance. Very surprised.
I touched at the start there about the sort of last 12 months Lawrence has had. It's no secret his and Eddie Hearn's relationship hasn't been the best recently. We thought that all might be in the past, but such as boxing, it's reared its head again this week. I think Lawrence described Eddie as bitter and vindictive, and then Eddie's come out and said, if it wasn't for you saying my name, no one would care about this fight. Just a response to those comments.
The response to that is, you know what, Eddie, if he's on your side, he's got your back, he's got your back. He'll fight earth, wind and fire for you. If he hasn't got your back, he'll throw earth, wind and fire at you. He'll make it hellfire for you. That's because you're not his business anymore. Lawrence has spoken, he spoke. He's like said, yo, this is what he's like. This is what I'm showing you. You know, when it's business, but unfortunately his business don't work for me. So now, slowly but surely, you're hearing fighters stand up and say, actually, what you're doing don't work for me. But as I said, if Eddie's got your back, he's got your back. And if he hasn't got your back, then you know about it.
And also the sort of back and forth in terms of the exposure on Sky and the platform pushing on Sky.
That's where the problem is.
And stuff. But we've seen recently this announcement that the Zone will be available on Sky. Is there a danger that that's a bit of the appeal in Sky as well?
Not really, no, because number one, with Sky, you've got to look at Sky. When Sky are promoting any sport, any event, they do it when another event's on. They've got that opportunity for cross promotion. Unless you're on the channel, whatever channel the Zone is on, how are you going to know what's on next? Unless there's a paid event, a paid advert somewhere. You know, Sky can draw an advert an hour for an event that's happening Saturday night. You know, so unless you've got pots of money to pay for an advert an hour, unless you've got a load of people watching your channel where people see, oh, this is on next week, that's how it's going to be. BT Boxing. What was Frank Rollins? The other channel, I can't remember what it was. Frank Rollins' channel. If you're specifically showing just boxing, you're going to struggle. You're going to struggle. So you need to have all the other sports to get the casuals to think, you know what? I'll look at that. My grandmother's going to look at that. And if you're a boxing fan, you'll go and find it, and you'll find it. If you're not a boxing fan, that's the crowd you're trying to drag in, as well as your strong fans that have got there.
Just moving on, because I'm sure you've been here quite a while, the press conference for a while. I have to talk about Tyson Fury, all John Usyk. It doesn't look great with the same members of Team Usyk coming out and saying basically they're sick of Tyson Fury moving the goalpost. And Frank warned on the interview last night where he still says there's a bit of hope. What are your thoughts? Is there any chance we see that fight in April 29th?
Well, there's 2 ways it can go. Maybe it's negotiations being pushed to the wire, and maybe tomorrow we'll wake up and say the fight's on. And I'll say to everybody before that I do say this, I think Tyson Fury beats Alexander Usyk. But by the sounds of it, it's like Tyson Fury doesn't believe that because he's outpriced himself out in the fight. He's got what he wants, 70-30 split. He's got what he wants, no rematch clause. Whatever else, whatever the straw is that broke the camel's back, that's it. So he's just pushed to get what he wants. And so now, and Usyk says, "You are not the end of my rainbow. Conversation done." That's how it's rolled.
Would you agree with that sort of perception that Fury has been moving the goalposts in order?
Yeah, I do. No, listen, he's been it's hard negotiation. That's what he's done, and so you can't blame him for that. You know, he's got what he wants. When I heard he got 70-30, I'm like, shit, good shout. So now he's thinking, I forget that, I'm going to try and get this. And he said, "Oh, no, I'm not playing. It's done."
John, I appreciate you giving me a bit of your time, mate. I'll let you shut off. Thanks very much.
Thank you.